I've been successfully betting and trading for over 2 decades. If you want more videos like this and you want me to describe more of what I do, then give us a like. If you want to talk to like-minded people, visit the BetAngel forum where you can do exactly that, but also visit our website where you can download a free trial of BetAngel.
So I'm going to show you a trade that I did recently, and it's a good setup, although I'm not sure the execution is perfect on this one. But yeah, it's interesting to explore. If we look at the favourite here and have a look at the chart, you can see it's bounced off of 2 twice. And if I just try and get up the advanced chart, if I just move my mouse around, you can see there was a large back order that pushed the price down to 2 again, and it never went any further. So this indicates that somebody was trying to get something filled. They basically said, I want to back this favourite at evens, if that's the price I want to go at. Having a look at some of the other charts, just to see what's going on within the market. But basically you can see the favourite is not gone any lower than 2s, even on volume, which is a good indication, because when the volume weakens, then so will the price. So we need to establish a position in this market, and I will establish a position at this sort of price of, I would go to about £1,000 on a position like this at evens. You can see the second favourite's at the top end of its range. The favourite is at the bottom end of its range, so that's favourable as well. It's sort of quite a nice setup that we've seen here. There are slightly more favourable setups than this, but this ranks fairly high. So we will establish a position within the market. I'm going to look to put in about £1,000, so I just gently feed those orders in, because I don't want to sort of announce my intention to the market. I basically want to sneak in, put the money in the market, wait for it to fill, establish my position, and then obviously do the opposite to get out. So we're just waiting for those orders to get filled. You can see the amount of money that's been matched at this level, indicating that it doesn't really want to go much further. And you can see here how weak the price is now, which is why we're picking the bottom of this one, because we think that the price is going to start heading up. Basically nobody is backing it very heavily here. We're not expecting the price to go much further. I've got the TPD feed on the top right hand corner. That allows me to see what horses, or where the horses are. So this tells me how much time I've got left, basically. We'll see them go to post and assemble at the stalls. So you can see the price is starting to move here, and this is something that you shouldn't do, and that I have made a mistake on here, is that I'm chasing the price out because I didn't get filled to my 1,000. Really, you shouldn't chase the price out, because you're helping push the price out artificially, effectively, and that's never a particularly good thing. You want the price to move of its own accord. You don't really want to jump in front of it and start trying to desperately get filled, because you end up pushing the price probably beyond what would be deemed a reasonable value, and it's very likely that you'll get a pullback at some point. This is how the markets work, and this is a mistake that I made on this trade. I was really keen to, I was pretty sure that the price was going to go up, so I was really keen to get a decent amount matched on this to open the trade. But the mistake that I made is I sort of chased it up, really, and that's pretty rare for me to do. And it's something that I probably shouldn't have done. I should have just, left it at whatever I got matched at, and then gently exited the trade from there. Because what you'll see in a second is you can see the price has moved quite quickly if you look at the chart on the right. And when it moves quickly like that, very often you get a retracement. The price pulls back slightly as the market sort of takes a breather. Plus also, because we were chasing the price out, we sort of helped artificially push that price out a bit. So it's not unusual to see the price sort of start to come back in. You can see me put the closing trades here at a variety of levels. I never try and pick exactly where the price is going to go. You see me spread the orders out, but I'm basically saying I think it will go up to about 250, and that's about the extent of the move that we're going to see. So I've put all of the orders in and around there. But here you can see the price stalled, and then you can see it's starting to pull back. But remember, if it goes sharply in one direction, then generally it won't persist like that. It will stop at some particular point. And we still feel safe with this trade because our entry point was at a crossover of 2, and this means therefore that if it broke below 2, then we would probably exit our trade. But even So because we're at a crossover point, the trade is 2-1 in our favour on the lay side. So even if we've got plenty of time to play around with this trade, is what I'm trying to say here. We're not immediately under threat. That's why we decided to lay at the crossover rather than back at a higher price on the second favourite. But basically we would exit if it went below 2. You can see there's a few grand lurking around below us at this particular point in time. But as it stands, we're still fairly confident that the price is going to go out, especially if the price on the second favourite comes in. Again, we just check the chart to see that, you know, nothing dramatic has changed there. The worst that can happen is the price could just go sideways from here, in which case we'll get a small profit or a small loss. But we're hoping it's going to come up and reach those prices where we've put our closing trades in the market. So you can see it's now beginning to push up a little bit here. So I'm just going to put a couple of little trades in here. And you'll see me cancel the top order because it's unlikely to reach that. The longer we go on, it's less likely to reach that top closing trade that we've got in there. So I'll cancel that and I'll put smaller ones in below it, basically. I don't want to scare the market. But also I know it's less realistic that the top order is going to fill. We've got £800 to get filled. We've got £800 worth of orders in there. So very often what you'll see me do is cancel that top one and just basically move it down or split it into smaller chunks. So I'm basically just saying where the current price activity is. If I can get a few orders filled there, then that's great. And one of the effects of this is that you'll see that green profit on the left-hand side rather, slowly move down as those orders get filled. So I'm checking here the amount of time that we've got left and where the horses are on course. And you can see I've got plenty of time to complete this trade. There's no panic to get out at 0. I'm just trying to get these orders filled as neatly as I can. And my idea was that it was going to top out somewhere between sort of 226 to 250 or thereabouts. So you can see I put my closing trades in or about that particular level. The advantage of putting these closing trades further up is that you can cancel basically as you approach these key points, which you've just seen that I've done there. And then that should help sort of encourage the markets to move towards those higher levels, because you're just removing any sort of block that's in the way effectively. So you can see we're almost getting to that sort of 250 point there, and in fact we have just about been filled. There's a little bit of money left over there, but we're just going to hedge our position there at this particular moment in time. So yeah, in summary, pretty good entry point. A bit silly to chase the price out, but everything that we sort of thought was going to happen did happen in the end, and we got a nice little run up there just before the start of the race, and that was caused by money coming in for the second favourite, whose price had basically got too big. We'd seen the favourite bounce off of 2 several times. It was a crossover point, so that was a good entry point. And in terms of getting our orders filled, you saw how we managed that. We pitched them at a place where we thought they may get filled, and then carefully managed that position to exit for a profit of about £50. So yeah, a nice little trade.